Virgos. You and Sagittarians gave me the most views, the most activity. So y'all are getting the first 2 videos. What's up to all my Virgos out there? Shout outs to y'all. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email address as well as prices are in the description below as usual. So let's get into it. So the cards that I come up with for the Virgos, right? 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Swords, the Devil, the Moon, King of Pentacles, and last but not least, the Star card. Very interesting. So for the Virgos, very interesting. I will say that. Having a lot of stuff, having a lot of things to do, a lot of priorities on your hands, right? Schedule, a lot of things to do. Like I said before, a lot of not responsibility. Yeah, I guess you could say responsibilities, but a lot of things that you have to do, right? You're a busy individual, okay? As we normally are. 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, mapping things out, mapping certain aspects of your life out very carefully, right? Paying attention to the future, what's to come, getting rid of the things that are not necessarily working for you anymore, right? So deleting anything that does not work well, that's not conducive to bringing you the success that you want. The 8 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and because of this, now this is a situation where the 8 of Wands is about how, you know, you're very well set in, or I should say clear in the desires, right? The things that you actually want to accomplish, not just overall, but in the year 2022, the year that we're in right now. And the Knight of Cups now represents this being also too, putting your heart first in the aspect of being able to admit your wrongs, admit your faults. And because of this, now you're able to see things a lot clearly, as well as things that's coming to you, because now you're in a situation where, you know, your head and your heart are aligned, right? You are able to confront your shortcomings, and now you're like, okay, now you're able to confront it, and you're able to put it out there. Now you can actually be able to know what exactly you want and what you need. Now, the King of Swords, now is about the King of Swords, the Devil, and the Moon, right? Represents, these are all very treacherous cards. Ultimately, they are, well, the King of Swords is not, but the King of Swords, the Devil, and the Moon represents, for you Virgos, you'll know you're doing it right, my Virgos, when things are starting to align up and things are starting to become much more clear than they normally would have been, right? I should say 6 months ago, right? I know it's working for me, for sure, 100%. And the things that the King of Pentacles and the Star card, the King of Pentacles represents, so now it's just a matter of actually manifesting those things, right? You know, you planned it out, now you're going to get it. And then the Star card represents how, you know, those things will become a lot more easier for you because now you understand what it is that you want, right? And what I mean by that, I mean that in any kind of situation. So let's clarify the Star card. Let's clarify the Star card. Okay, let's clarify the Star card. So you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Devil, and then you have the Sun card. So the Queen of Swords represents this being something where the Queen of Swords, to clarify the Star card, it could represent somebody who has a grudge against you, right? Who may be thinking about you a little bit too much, right? They can do nothing to you. They can do nothing to stop you, but they just may be paying attention to you on the low. But, you know, kind of upset that you're not really thinking about them at all. But the Queen of Swords can also represent giving yourself that level of space and rest, right? That time for you to actually be able to rest yourself, to lay down, rest. Don't be too obsessive over it, because ultimately it's going to be counterproductive. The Devil card, which came up again, you know, and then you have the Sun card, which represents, the Devil card represents your trials and your tribulations, the things that you had to confront. And then the Sun represents you having to learn humility, because you're able to confront your shortcomings. See real, you know, your shine, or anyone's shine, right? Because Virgo represents the hermit, right? The individual who's carrying the light, which represents the sun. But there's two ways that, see, Virgo and Leo are very close together for a reason. But you can represent this, or you can interpret that in two different ways. Now, most people want to represent the outer light, right? The outer light, most of the times, which is the Messiah complex, like they're trying to save people, right? But right, they're trying to save the world type of thing. Or you can implement it inwardly first, which is where it is that you would get the hermit, light on the inside, the soul, and then deal with your problems, deal with your trauma. And then because of that, now you have a light that essentially radiates from inside out, which is what it is that you Virgos have. So a lot of stuff is working for you. Good on you. Okay. Again, keep embracing that pain. Keep admitting to yourselves what's wrong. Keep going down that path. It's very difficult. It's very painful, but ultimately it will do you a good in the end. Peace.